kind of feel like watching people crazy hard spar is one of my guilty pleasures. Normally when I look at something and I go, that's stupid, that's ridiculous, I never watch. 100% just erase it from my life. But sparring, sometimes I just watch and then I go back and repeat. I watch again, and I watch again. I'm just going, what is happening? But I'm so entertained and I know I shouldn't be. And I found a video where we have to talk about so many aspects of the hard sparring that is happening here. And I know from many comments on the channel, from being at many different gyms, that there are so many problems that happen, that arise when people end up sparring and whatever it is, ego, testosterone takes over and it just gets crazy. It gets crazy and it is kind of fun, even though it shouldn't be. So let's jump into this straight off. What do we got here? Boom, big body shot. Now the first thing I note is the size difference between these two guys. And yes, for starters, we're gonna clip through, talk about all the individual aspects, then I'll play it in its entirety and you'll probably watch it and watch it again, just like I did. But the size difference. This guy that we see right now here, he's pretty big. He's a pretty big dude. Let's keep going. He charges forward, he full on runs forward and goes on the attack. I don't see that too often. And a lot of times it would lead me to believe that the person is a little bit less experienced, but this guy's technique is not terrible by any means. And he full on ran at him. And when somebody does that, you can tell they're very upset. They're not thinking clearly, because tactically running forward is a terrible idea. All the person has to do is get their head off the center line and connect, and you're going to be done. You're putting so much extra force into their shot. Let's continue here. Smaller guy standing his ground well. Here we go. They come in tight. Big dude throwing some shots. He's jazzed up. Look at that. He gets wobbled. He gets wobbled hard right there. You can tell because he started to actually fall. He started to fall forward. That is bad when somebody does that, right? Legs are out from under you. Normally what would happen is I would stop. I would check on my partner or go, you okay? Do you want to continue? I probably would not attack him to the head. But one of the things we have to keep in mind is we don't know what transpired before this. But I do always get a kick out of the fact that somebody is recording this whole thing and not stepping in and stopping. So we have the big dude wobbled. Oh, he goes on the attack, big knee to the body. That's dangerous. When you throw those big knees with no pads, especially when it comes around sideways, you could easily break ribs or crack ribs, at least a little bit. Small dude though, boom, overhand, body. Look at that. He takes the first shot to the head, and I can't tell if he's dummied or if he was just being kind of stubborn. Takes the first shot, just like boom, and then the second shot comes. And that is just so bad. He is out. Look at this metal pole right behind him. Like, they're sparring at such a dangerous spot. They're not even in the center of the room. Just getting pummeled here. Boom, right through the ring ropes. He looks flat out, but he's kind of smiling. He's like, whoa, and he's pumped. I don't know if I'd be pumped after getting laid out like that. And this is the part that I like at the end. They go to his sparring partner. He just throws, he already has his gloves off. How did he get his gloves off so fast? He already ripped them off. He's walking away. He must have been frustrated or just feeling really good about himself. I don't know which one. Probably frustrated with the situation. And that is wild. So I want to watch this one more time back in its entirety here. Let me get it going. Here we go. Body shot. Runs forward. And these dudes are throwing. They're throwing down, and that size difference is substantial. Big wobble. Hard knee. Clocked once. Body. Shouldn't have kept his hands down. Trying to fight back. Doesn't have good defense. Hands should be much tighter, much earlier. Oh, defense, guys. A massive part, which reminds me, we passed 300,000 subscribers the other day, and as a thank you, I'm dropping 33% off the price of my defense course. This is the area where most people have to sharpen up the most, where there's the most room for improvement, so you can save $50 right now. There's a link down below. And this type of sparring, this is the stuff that we have to be careful of. Why do we have to be careful of this type of sparring? Well, it's ego driven. right? There are so many points there where either of those guys could have just stepped back, gone, okay, you know what, this is getting stupid, let's lighten it up a little bit, or okay, we're gonna only go to the legs and the body as attack points, we're not gonna target the head. So much damage can be done in a sparring session like this, and as a result, you might have bad repercussions, right? You could have headaches for weeks, blurred vision from concussion symptoms. If you're training for a fight, something bad could happen, a cut, this or that. And does it really help you grow much? There is an argument for hard sparring. I do understand that. I used to get into hard sparring matches, especially again when that ego would take over and somebody bigger was trying to take my head off, but never to that point. And usually very clear in my head, okay, this guy's trying to take me out. I'm going to attack him to the body and I'm going to try and lay this guy down. But trying to avoid concussions. So I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. I think this is like the 6th time I've gone through and watched it now, and it keeps entertaining me. And just big props to the smaller dude there who stood his ground. But why sparring? No, absolutely not.